Hey guys, welcome to Carnivorous Plants Hub. Today I am bringing you a video that I am less than excited to bring you, and it's more of a failure video, or maybe even a video where I can learn something, ask some questions, and see what you guys think. But I got a Venus flytrap here that is not doing well, and I kind of wanted to get some opinions, some ideas. Let's see what you guys think. I have this Venus flytrap under the same conditions that I do with some of my other Venus flytraps, and they're absolutely flourishing, and they're doing really well. Flourishing, like in a snowstorm, right? No, they're flourishing and they're doing really well. And this one is just not having it. This one is not doing well. You guys will see a flower stalk propagation video that I did about a month ago, and this transformation happened in literally about a month. So let me flash you guys what this plant looked like about a month ago. Okay, now that you see what it looked like about a month ago, you can see that this plant has just taken a turn for the worst. This plant over here, this is two plants. You can see there's actually one here. You can see where I cut off the flower stalk there, and then there's another one here. This one is just, there's nothing. I think that there was one. Let me see if I can move this piece of. If you look, I don't know if this will be picked up on the camera, but if you look down there, you can see there is. I don't know if it's going to pick it up. There is one growth point down there, but it hasn't grown for a while, and I don't even think that that's part of the flytrap there, that green. I think that's a different plant that I would probably need to pull out. But you can see, oh, this one over here is a growth point, I'm sorry. The one to the left there, that is a growth point coming up. So there is some hope for this side. But then this one here, you can see there is some new growth. It's not as green as it used to be. But you can see that these are new growth, and there is a couple of flytrap heads still coming out. They're not coming out super strong, and it has taken them a really long time, but there is some new growth. So I do have a little bit of hope for this plant, and I'm trying to give it the best care that I can right now. I'm avoiding any replanting or anything because I just don't want to put that kind of stress on it. But I know some of the common reasons, you guys, that these Venus flytraps will turn black, just to eliminate any concerns you guys might have and let you know what conditions this plant is growing in. This plant is getting about 12 to 14 hours of light a day with my Vipar Spectra grow light. It's a 300 watt light, and it's the same light that's been giving my other flytraps, and I have this one in here for reference just so you can see what my other ones look like, but I'll get back to that here in just a second. So it's getting a lot of artificial light right now. I'm in the middle of winter, and I plan on putting this plant through dormancy here, probably coming in January was my plan for putting all my Venus flytraps into dormancy. But now I'm a little worried that it's not going to have the strength to go through dormancy just because it's in such bad shape right now. But so 12 to 14 hours of light from my Vipar Spectra light. Link to that light in the description. Also, it's in a perlite, silica sand, and peat moss mix. You can see there, this is the mix that it's been in since I got this plant back in the summer, and the plant's really been doing great. This is the first time it's taken a dip. I am only watering with I'm sorry, my cat was bothering me. I'm only watering with distilled water. So you can see that I do keep a little bit of water in the bottom of the tray, and I keep the top moist. I make sure that it's always moist. So there's always fresh water for this plant. I water it almost, not every day, but probably every other day or so. Not the bottom, but a little bit on the top. So it's getting plenty of water. It stays nice and moist. I know that sometimes traps die due to old age. Sometimes if you put a bug in a trap that's too big, it'll kill the trap, but it's just weird how all of my traps started dying off at once. This wasn't like a progressive thing. All of these traps were pretty much green, you know, back in a month ago, and now they're all black and almost dead. You can see that there's a lot of traps in here that have just completely died. And the plant, on the way to turning black like this, I wish I had taken a video and shown you, but these not flower stalks, these leaves actually became almost transparent. They were almost clear. it was almost like they got really sick. They turned almost completely transparent and clear. They lost their nice green color and turned a sickly yellow and became very transparent, and then just started all turning black kind of at the same time. And you can see, I'm going to turn this here a little bit so you can just kind of see the color, but like here is my other fly trap. I got both of these from Home Depot, so these are virtually the same type of fly traps, and that's why I brought this one in for comparison. And this is kind of what my fly trap looked like about 30 days ago. This one's doing really well. And it's got some really nice lashes. The traps are really healthy. They got some nice red. The only thing that I can think of is, and I actually just cut off a flower stalk from this one and I'm propagating it. There's a video for that as well. But the only thing I can think of is that I did cut off the flower stalks for this one right before it took a turn for the worst. I know usually you cut off the flower stalks to help your plant do better, but I'm wondering if I waited too long. But usually a healthy plant has no problem flowering as long as it's healthy, and it seemed really healthy. So it wasn't showing any signs of getting sick or dying as the flower stalk was growing. It was almost the instant that I cut off the flower stalks that it seemed like that this plant started taking a turn for the worst. But yeah, you can see that there's two Venus flytraps that I believe are really close to the same species because I got them from the same source. And they have had the exact same conditions for the last 30 days in terms of watering, in terms of what they're in, and in terms of the light that they've been getting. They're almost identical. They actually sit right next to each other on the shelf. So I'm super bummed that this happened, and I'm super curious to what your guys' thoughts are. I'm gonna go ahead and keep giving this plant all that I can to hopefully get this, at least this side growing, and then maybe I can get this growth point here doing a little better, and maybe I can get some plants out of there. But I don't know. What do you guys think? One of the main reasons I wanted to show you this is I just want to be transparent with you guys. I know a lot of planting YouTube channels want to always just show the beautiful plants that they do and their successes and how awesome it is, but with carnivorous plants, guys, this is just the reality of it. Whether you're an experienced grower or you're a new grower, plants just die sometimes, and sometimes there's not really a good explanation as to why. You know, sometimes you have two plants under the same conditions, and one one does really well and grows great, and then the other one doesn't do so well. So, you know, maybe this one got some type of microscopic parasite, you know, that I couldn't see, because I as it was getting sick and it was turning black, I was checking for any type of mites or any type of bugs in there, and I couldn't. There was nothing in there that I could see that looked, you know, separate. But maybe there's something that happened to it that I just couldn't see. You know, and that kind of stuff happens. So if you kill a plant, you have a Venus flytrap that turns black, don't be too hard on yourself. It happens. Even the best growers have failures with some of their plants. So yeah, so hopefully you guys can shed some light on this. This is just kind of an update for you guys, just to show you that, you know, not all plants do well. And I know most of my updates are usually like, oh, look how good it's growing, but you know, this is the reality of growing carnivorous plants, and really any plant. But carnivorous plants do need sometimes a little more care and special needs than some of the other plants. So it's just the reality of it, guys. So don't ever let a dead carnivorous plant you know, knock you down and make you not want to grow them again, because it happens to everybody. So, but yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to continue to give you updates on this plant, and hopefully my next update will be more positive and I'll be able to bring you some good news. I think I'm going to trim some of these dead guys back. I was kind of holding off because I just kind of wanted to show you how drastic it was. But some of these completely dead ones I'll cut back and see if we can get some new growth points, and I'll definitely bring you guys another update here the next time that I see some significant change, so you guys can see how this plant is doing and let you know what I did to hopefully bring it back from the dead. And yeah, like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel. Everything really helps, guys. I really appreciate you being here, and I can't wait to see you guys again. Bye bye.